True story. I was sitting down writing poetry the other day. This little 10-year-old boy walked up to me and he was like, "Hey man, what you doing? You rapping?" It's like, "Nah man, I'm not rapping, I'm writing poetry." He was confused. He was like, "Poetry, what's that?" I said, "You know, roses are red, violets are blue." He was like, okay, yeah, I know poetry. I was like, "But this ain't that type of poetry." He was like, "Okay, let me hear some." And at that moment, I started scrolling through my poetic Rolodex in search to find the proper content that would invoke a complex thought process in this young man's mind. And what did I find? Absolutely nothing at all. And at that moment I realized that I was a failure. Because nothing that I had written would have inspired him to be better. Not in all of my journals could I find a piece to recite that would have explained to him exactly how these streets will swallow him whole, and how this legal system is thirsty for a young black man's soul. See, I was supposed to tell him that this world is cold, and you only get one chance at this life. And if you start living your life right now, you may be able to save yourself some regrets when you get old.
Right.
See, this young man came up to me in search of a powerful poem. Not knowing that the poem I had would have possibly changed his life. Something that would have opened up his eyes clearly so he could see wrong from right. But I'm a failure. Because nothing that I had written would have inspired him to be better. Not one time did I reflect on my past times to show him that you are who you hang with. And those so-called friends that you have right now really aren't even your friends at all. And 10 years from now, 50% of those friends will be dead or in jail the way that they're living, influencing you to follow them, even if that means following them all the way to prison. See, I'm a failure. Because I failed to tell him about the goals he could be reaching. And how he may never attain those goals with the company that he's keeping. See, God placed this young man in front of me for me to deliver a statement. Something that would have made him concentrate harder in school and buckle down on his education, but I'm a failure. Because nothing that I had written would have inspired him to be better. Not one time had I got on stage and performed a piece that would have demanded for this young man to respect all women. And to never call a woman out of their names when they don't want to talk to you or give you their phone number. See, I was supposed to tell him he'd be less than a man to ever put his hands on a woman. That he should cherish her face, walk on the right side of the street, open up doors, pull out chairs, and always leave the toilet seat in place, but I'm a failure. Because nothing that I had written would have inspired him to be better. See, I had spent my late nights up trying to write something hot to blaze the mic, and I never would have thought twice about this little 10-year-old boy walking up to me and asking me for a poem to recite. And I would be standing there right in front of him. Standing there in front of him with a handful of knowledgeable stones to cast at him, but that day he would walk away from me unscathed. I'm just saying I had the bulldozer in cement, but that day he would walk away from me with his path unpaved. Just saying I had the words in my mouth to change his life. But that day he walked away from me with his life unchanged. See, this peace, it's just me righting my wrongs. I failed to take one life and change our community. So if you see that little 10-year-old boy out there in the hood searching for guidance, please do not do as I did. I'm begging you. Please. Do not miss that opportunity. Missed opportunity. Thank y'all for listening.